Personally, I don't understand why they had to mention or say anything about Israel or Gaza when they were removing a batch of people who had French passports. Just tell them that you're removing them because you don't think they're humans and you don't like them. I just thought it's important to bring to your attention the following story. Alright, so I don't know if you guys went to summer camp. Summer camps are fun. You know, you go a bunch of kids and then there is a kid that is instructing you, which is funny. I don't know how it works, really. Like, are we going to pretend that the instructors are not kids themselves and, like, parents actually entrust their kids with, like, another kid? So it's not about it, but there was a merry bunch like that had a summer camp in Spain, and then they flew back home to France. French kids. And one of the kids decided to, I don't know, he started singing. And then I think somebody, the attendant or something, said, hey, please don't sing. Maybe he didn't sing that well. I don't know how bad he had to sing for everything that unfolded would be justified, but I guess he had a terrible pitch or something. The long story short, they decided to call the police, and the kids, all the camp children, you know, they brought them down from the plane. They weren't allowed to fly home, and they arrested the child that was the camp instructor thing. I mean, not literally child, like a 21-year-old.
Vale. One moment. Un momento. Un momento. Saca a los niños para afuera. Llevar a los niños para afuera.
Here's the narrative the plane company had invented. Oh yeah, the kids, they were singing, and singing is not allowed because it makes noise. Apparently there is actually a law against it, so they decided that there is no other choice but to call the police and remove the kids from the flight. Except other passengers had testified that there was no singing, and that all of a sudden there was this announcement of a security breach, and they took all the kids off the plane for no apparent reason. This is what other people who took the ride, this is what they said, like genuinely. And they confiscated all the phones the kids had and everything that they filmed and a little everything, something that goes against the Spanish law. They didn't want any proof of what they did to be published. I don't know why they didn't figure out that they also had to erase the memories of the passengers in the flight that were not the kids or the instructors before they took off again. But they're not that smart. I guess what they counted on is that because the kids they removed were subhumans, and so was the instructor, what they assumed was that everybody would just support the smart decision of making up a reason to remove subhumans from a flight. I mean Jews. They were Jews. There were a bunch of French kids that were Jewish. And because they were Jewish, they deserved it because of the hunger and everything that's going on in Gaza, even though, did they have Israel's passports? No. Who cares? But they threw a comment on that. They explained that, like, they were like, why are we being arrested? And they didn't feel like saying, hey, because it's your subhumans, and subhumans, we don't want them to fly with us.
Tout ce qui est signe religieux, rail, truc, orange, kipot, on enlève, tzitzit, on met on les rentre dans les pantalons, et tout ce qui est téfilim, vous allez les mettre dans votre valise ensuite. Ok? On laisse aucun signe distinctif religieux. Ok? Vous allez écouter les règles, on va embarquer dans l'avion, il n'y a pas un mot, pas un bruit. On s'installe, on met la ceinture. Personne se lève sans mon autorisation, même si c'est pour aller aux toilettes. On va pas leur laisser l'opportunité à ces actes antisémites de nous virer de l'avion. On va rentrer à Paris tous aujourd'hui. Et donc je compte sur votre maturité à chacun et à chacune pour comprendre les règles et jouer le jeu. Même si c'est pour aller aux toilettes, demander la permission, je sais que c'est relou, vous vous êtes grands, mais c'est pour le bien de toute la colo et pour le bien de notre voyage.
By the way, now they're trying to remove posts on social media that point out this interesting, unrelated at all fact that the person that was flying the airplane, you know, the wedding airplane, was their pilot, Sher, who trained the 9/11 terrorists. What a small world! It's so beautiful. Oh my god, look at him. First, he trains the terrorists that flew planes into 9/11, and then he gets to treat Jews the way they should be treated. And the company he works for, the Welling Company in Spain, and the Spanish government are there to support this agenda in general. I don't want to even blame the pilot if it's the whole company and the government of the country that believes in that. Yes, amazing. Oh my god, beautiful. What a beautiful world we are living at. Isn't it beautiful? Don't complain about Jews when you treat Jews like that, okay? I think that they have the right to retaliate however they want. Like one good retaliation would be to take their money out of Europe and other countries that do not know how to protect them and move it here to the Middle East to build a new bright future. And it's okay to eat popcorn while they watch how Spain and other countries collapse. Don't complain when that happens, okay? If you treat people like subhumans, just say thank you. They're not actively participating in the fucking you up. Just eating popcorn. Okay, everybody, like, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this little rant. And if you guys want to support me and the job that I do, especially now that I went against the Spanish Nazi government, I mean the Spanish government, and maybe they're gonna come and get me, I don't know. I would even more appreciate it if you guys could go to my Patreon, PayPal, buy me coffee, become members, and support this channel. That would really, really help me, especially if I would have to fight those who believe that defending those who trained 9/11 terrorists is a higher priority than kids that were humiliated for no reason at all. Yeah, that's where we're at. All right, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for being here. See you later.